the fucking spotlight in this rental car is it's very direct. I feel, I feel like in the Camry back home, it's like way more ambient. Like I feel like I'm just floating in black space. But either way, regardless of any lighting camera nonsense, plan for tonight's lift is arms. It's arms, triceps, biceps, and I mean that's really all there is to it. I was talking to somebody yesterday about well, he was kind of he sort of prompted the question of, Sam, do you ever get bored with your training? I mean, doing like getting tired of doing like incline chest press followed by like incline Smith or incline dumbbell and then cable flies and then pec deck. And then he proceeded to say, yeah, I've been fucking kind of getting a little bit bored doing so much. So now I just like pick one machine and go crazy on it. Like I'll just pick that one chest press, like, 5, 6 sets, go nuts, and then that'll be the end of it. Which I think that's the right way to go about it. Now, I would never say, like, only do like this, like this would be a clear, this would not be insanely obvious. Like I got an underhanded, like life fitness gym equipment sponsorship. Like you only ever need to use the Life Fitness incline chest press for the rest of your chest workouts in the whole world. That's the perfect machine. It will give you the best chest development ever. No, not exactly. Not fucking exactly. So the point that we ended up kind of making was, if you want to do just one movement on that specific day, that's badass. I mean, you've seen it if you're a longtime viewer. Not so much recently, but I've had lifts where, it was a full arm day, triceps, biceps, and the whole workout was only two movements. One movement for tris, one for bis. Straight bar pushdowns, heavy, and then alternating dumbbell curls. And that was all. Nothing crazy fancy, no nothing. I'd start with something heavy and gradually go down in weight, just, as I got fucking weaker. But, nothing crazy. So I don't think I'd want to do just one movement forever. I wouldn't want to do only dumbbell curls for the rest of my, lifting journey. But on a specific day, if a specific machine feels really good, I've got no problem spamming them. The only reason that I move machines or I switch movements is if I think to myself, okay, I've gotten pretty much as I think I can out of this movement. Let's move on to something else. Either because I want to like hit my chest from a different angle. So let's say I just did a really inclined Smith machine or something. Maybe I want to do decline flies, work more on my lower chest, something like that. Or let's say today I'm start off with like a rope pushdown or something, and then after 2 sets I decide, it's this isn't really getting me going. And that's something that's going to come with experience, because as a total beginner, I don't know, I don't even know what I'd want to call it. Maybe the effectiveness factor, perhaps. But basically, some movements on some days, you're just in the zone. Something about everything, the squeeze, the fucking way everything feels. Let's say your forearm feels extra good or something. So you're doing alternating dumbbell curls and everything is just fucking sick. Then spam them. That's badass. But let's say you start doing dumbbell curls, you're feeling you're getting like a little bit of wrist action. Things are kind of off kilter. Like, I don't know if I really love this. Then screw it. Move on to something else. Do like a preacher. Do like do a machine curl. Don't just, I don't think it's a good idea to just do movements purely for the sake of the fact that you want to like do the workout that you wrote out that you said you were going to do. If you know that you could make adjustments to that workout and pick machines that are more intuitive with like how you feel on that specific day. And that's riding the line. A lot of times I kind of feel like the right answer to things is sometimes running very close to parallel to a stupid approach to things. Like if somebody said, I walk into the gym and I just pick a random machine, and then I do that for a couple, and then I move on. You know, it's kind of similar. If no one understood the thought process, if no one asked the guy like, why are you picking that dip machine instead of this push down? If you just said, oh, I'm picking it at random, then I mean just whatever. But if you're picking movements because you know you're going to feel good on this one specifically, then that's a different story. And that's something that'll just come with time. So I've got a pretty good sense of like how well my triceps are firing on this movement, or like if I feel extra strong and I want to do heavier curls on one day, or maybe I want to do like slightly lighter curls on another day and do more kind of squeezing stuff. I mean, it really is variable, not even by the day, but just like by the fucking by the set. So maybe I do a set of dumbbell curls today, and something about them is just off. I'm like, I don't know if I really love these, but maybe I think they'll feel better once my biceps are fatigued from a couple sets. But then I'll just end up moving on, do something else for a couple, and come back to it. So again, as long as you're doing machines that feel good for you specifically, perfect, right? Go hard as possible, get your gains, and fucking enjoy. So let's pull in, park, unload the lifting bag, and get started with what I presume to be a nasty, near incoherent, diabolical, despicable me. I was about to say minion luring. I'm losing my mind. Let's just get started. Let's keep it classic. Let's keep it classic here. So, I've changed my ways, and not necessarily for the better, not for the worse, but in a way that's certainly different. Because historically, I've started my tricep days off full stack, 3 plates on the side, and then the straight bar. Which, I mean, my triceps are fucking wrecked at the end of it, but I kind of like the burning fatigue from having done really lighter weight like this. Slow, squeeze like crazy, and kind of accumulate fatigue in a little bit more of a mindful way rather than just being fucking nuts about it. But let me actually go one notch heavier, and this will be a good start. So, I'm not saying a heavy set's out of the question. I just want to start with something like this. Get my musical play. Oh. No. No. So. Okay. Oh. Wow. One or two more like that. And one more thing I really like about this. It's smacking the fuck out of my long head. I don't know if you know how your tricep looks, but it's like kind of a horseshoe sort of looking thing. This part down here, this bigger chunk, that's what I need some work on. Makes your arms look so much bigger in all sorts of fucking ways. Every double Y, if your long head's huge, makes your triceps hang onto your fucking arm. Just adds to the allure. But a few more just like that. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's switch to a nastier set of some kind. Probably, let's find out. All right, I'll make this a little superset, but no need to switch attachments. So I love overhead stuff. The stretch on the long hand is extra wild, but I can't really go heavy enough, at least not with this machine. It kind of makes it feel like I'm using my shoulders to actually move the weight. But instead of just trying to load the weight and then start working muscles I'm not trying to, start lighter, or no, not lighter, but pre-exhaust with regular rope, standard pushdowns, then flip around, burn out with overhead. One more of those. I lied. Even one more. If it fucking feels good, spam it. But after this, oh fuck, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if it's the 500 grams of carbs I've had so far today, but my triceps are getting pumped like none other. I gotta bust the measuring tape out at the end of this. Look what I just spotted in the fucking parking lot. Yeah, the post-workout meal. Let's catch him. Okay. All right. Let's switch to a straight bar, or maybe an easy bar, but a little bit of a heavier push down. Because I've gotten a fucking nasty amount of fatigue from relatively light squeezing stuff. Now I kind of want to overload, do a set where it's just as much as I can move, not just as much as I can handle the burn of. I thought I was going to go crazy heavy here, but the pre-exhaustion of my triceps already combined with the fact that this machine's a little sticky, could use some grease. I'm not going to go too gnarly. So actually, even lighter than this. So what I thought was going to be another heavy set, actually a light-ish squeezing set. Holy crap. Okay, that was nasty, but I'm not going to do one more. Let's go back to the cables. The long D handle. The long D handle does not get the love it deserves. Very versatile, but put two of them together, and this is a pretty cool tricep attachment. I'm getting the power of being able to push overhanded. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but anytime you do a rope push down, right, your hands are just kind of straight up like this. You're not going to be doing as much weight. Not that you need to, but it is a weaker position. And same shit if you go underhanded, even more so. You don't have your whole like this is very natural. This is what we've evolved to do. If I can push up off the ground, swimming, that kind of shit. This, when are you doing this? Okay? Hardly fucking ever. But that's where the versatility factor comes into play because I can sit here, go as hard as I can overhand, hit my triceps in a very conventional way, drop the weight by at least half, maybe more, then do some light underhand squeezing shit. And honestly, after this set, triceps may be done, but I'll have to kind of see how they feel after. I'm aiming for a specific sensation of fatigue and workload, not just like an arbitrary number of sets. Maybe kind of catch my idea there. Okay. Okay. All right. Triceps done. Let's get some curls started. Let's grab the 60s. Nothing fancy. Regular straight set. Okay. I'm not done. Let's just make it a rest pause set. So the logic is take a pause with a rest, come back and do a few more with my song turned all the way up this time. All right, come on. Okay. I'll try to get two more. Oh yeah. Okay. Ish. I think I might repeat the same thing. Potentially a drop set, but we'll see. This set will be a little fancier. Same shit with a little bit of rest pause not for so long, but instead start a touch heavier. Start with the, let's not get too crazy. Start with the 70s, do pretty much as many as I can, put the weight down, take a second, walk over, maybe do a couple 10-pound drops too. 70s for as many, 60s, 50s, probably just to 40s will be about right. Now, what's my logic? Am I activating my slow twitch fibers in the most scientifically proven kind of way? No. But I know this is going to wreck my biceps. So that's what I'm thinking. Goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I'm not usually the craziest fan of like pyramid sets like that, but that was a good one. Let's change it up. Let's do something a little bit more squeezing focused. Let's do some standing easy bar curls. Usually I kind of save these for the end of biceps as a finisher because this is very quick burnout. Honestly, this is fucking quicker than like dropping the weight on like the pin loaded stack because then I have to put the shit down, get up, move the plate, pick the shit up again. That's one of the 3 steps. Whereas here, curls, racket, just pick up whatever's next. Only 2. But not going to go too wild. These go up to 110. Let's do a nasty squeezing set with the 90. That's about right. A lot of squeezing tonight. Oh. Damn. Little drop set in terms of execution. So if you didn't notice just by watching, the first portion slow and controlled. The second portion, which I was fucking weakened for, gave it some swinging, and I got to ride the negative down. I'm doing another one. I might do another 2. We'll find out. Yeah. One more. Okay. Oh, holy crap. I don't even know what I can fucking finish with. My thighs are already cooked to hell. What's this? 5? Yeah, let's do one more. Those sets combined with that fucking kind of pyramid set, my biceps are already fucking cooked. So let's finish with a tricep bicep superset. Completely pump up the arms, close down and scram. This will be nice. So this is not so much of a crazy workload kind of set. I'm really trying to accrue damage and force as much blood into this area as possible. So a little combination like this doesn't have to be these specific handles. I like as a finisher. For one thing, just kind of a nice burnout. The fatigue you get from doing a set like this is a little bit different than a straight set, because I feel like on a straight set, like this is, let's say this is my fucking power meter here to here. On a straight set, it just slowly declines all the way down to the bottom pretty constantly, right? Every rep, you're losing more and more strength. But with something like this, because I'm doing curls, then push downs, and curls, then push downs, let's just think of my triceps. Sure, they're getting weakened during this set, but while I'm doing the bicep curls, they get a little bit more strength. Not more than they had initially, but a little more. And back down, up a little, down, up a little, down, up a little, to wherever I decide to end it. And it's not like I think that's somehow a superior set, but it is different than normal. And I think having a reasonably varied training approach is going to be your best bet. Because the actual perfect answer is a little vague. You get big doing all sorts of shit. So I take that as, right, do everything in all sorts of different ways. But across the board, go hard. That's the equalizer that gives each set its own value. Push outs first. Okay. That's enough. Yeah. Oh, guys. That was fucking Easy bar curls took right out of me. I'm not complaining though. Let's find some lighting and have a little flex off. One on one. There we go. So that was I think 9 sets of push downs and more like 5, 6 sets of curls. I mean, fucking the amount of fatigue I ended up getting is about right. And I end up doing a little bit less for biceps. My biceps and my arm, if you were to just, fucking zoom in there, biceps are kind of all right. Triceps need a bit more work to the point where sometimes I'll even do a little bit of a lower volume bicep day to make it a little more tricep focused. But my biceps aren't so fucking crazy that you're ever going to catch me skipping them. That's it's not a world we're living in. Let's get this guy at the right height. Perfect. So late Sunday night, nobody wants to fucking work out. No, that's either for 2 reasons. One, everybody's sleeping at a reasonable hour and they did their workout earlier, which honestly I should have done, or they're slacking. And I've been there. I've had that little inner dilemma where you say to yourself, "Oh, geez, it's already 10." Ah. Now that's where you've got a choice. You can man up and hit your shit, or you can say, I'll just do it tomorrow. Now, there's 2 ways to think about that there, and I've been in both. So you could say, it's physically going to be better for me to work out tomorrow. Right now, it's too late. I'm not going to get enough sleep. It's objectively the better move. So utilize this night, get a good night's rest, lift the next day. Now, if that's your thought process, then that's legit, right? You're making the objective move. This is legitimately better for gains. I'm going to do this. That's what I'm starting to think a little bit more now. But I think more people would say to themselves, I don't want to work out. I'll just do it later. So just like I was talking about in the car, 2 things can be right or wrong, kind of based on the fucking mindset behind it, like the motivation to doing something. Somebody could fucking somebody could take out a fucking hostage situation and you think he's a hero, but really he was just firing his gun aimlessly. I'm just fucking making up random shit now. Let's post down. Let's stop mumbling and actually get a little bit of flexing going here. Oh yeah, very nice. Very fucking nice there. Yeah. What else? I got to work on my flow. I'm muscle wise, progress is awesome. Getting bigger, getting fucking veinier, getting everything. But the posing, eventually I'm gonna have to fucking try to become a posing damn pro. Get up on stage, full on thong oiled up. You've seen it. We've all seen it. Just very, very robotic. Who really told me this was Samson. We were doing a chest day over in the UK during the last Arnold. He did a whole chest day, but at the end he was kind of pointing out, because I was sitting here, I kind of do a little something like this, or no, I just we're flexing going here, and I'm focusing on the muscle, right? I'm thinking, okay, just make myself look as big as possible in the end flex state. He's like, no, you got to get your flow going. So I was like, okay, let's try to emulate it Samson style. Something a little more along those lines. But I can't just copy somebody else's fucking flow. So I gotta come up with my own. What do you think? I think about that because I mean, not crazy distant, not super near future either. In every bodybuilding show, right? You've got your pose down, 10 guys in a row. Someone calls out front of a bicep. You know, look around, make sure you're not the first one to hit it. Go nuts. But you got your single routine as well. 30 seconds of just you. I have no idea what music I'm going to pick. Well, that's a problem for me later. That's a problem for me a reasonably many months in the future. But arms are fucking crazy pumped today. Like I'm actually, I don't really want to fucking leave. But I have a calling. I'm getting imagine you know the bat signal? You know the bat signal? Imagine that, but it's like the intros like outline lat spread. That's being shown or shined up in the sky, calling me to get home and get some grub in my belly. So let's get back to the crib. Arm day highly successfully completed. Let's do one most muscular before we're out of here. I'm a fucking addict. We gotta roll. There we go. Arms complete. Yeah, I forgot to say it. So we're kind of doing like a little two-part kind of visiting kind of trip. Rental car company number one. Sam, we're not going to let you rent the Challenger. You're under 25. We think you're going to crash it. Now, they didn't say that. They didn't say that, but they insinuated it. They insinuated it. Now, car rental company number two. They say, Sam, do you want the white Mustang or do you want the blue one? And you know what I said? Give me the blue one. Give me the blue one. I need to insert the Trend Twins theme song here. That's funny. But speaking of other fitness characters, Sam, when are we gonna see when are we gonna see some collabs? When are we gonna see some podcast visits? When are we gonna see you do something other than just work out by yourself, talking to yourself in the car? And I can tell you this, it will happen eventually. You know, I'm on my grind right now, dude. It may not seem like it, but I'm in for the long haul. You know, I'm going to be posting these videos for as long as I'm continuing this fucking, you know, muscle related progression in terms of the bodybuilding side of things. And that's going to be a while. You know, that's going to be fucking years. So maybe subconsciously, actually, not even maybe, I kind of feel like I want to be a little bit more established before you start running around playing with everybody else. But don't worry, it'll fucking happen. I mean, you don't think I don't want to lift with all these guys? I will. Don't worry, I will. And you'll be the first to know it because you're gonna see a fucking you know, you'll see the notification. It's like, well, whatever the first one ends up being. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll make my rounds. Oh, jeez. You guys are seriously spoiling me too. Just this, you know, because I mean, for the most part, my days go by like normal. Workout like normal, eat like normal, sleep like normal, everything else. But, oh, jeez. I remember even just fucking, it only feels like a couple years ago when I'm watching videos of, it's like Michael Hearn lifting with Rich, all the fucking, like the Larry Wheels world record powerlifting attempt videos, everything else like that. That's cool. That's fucking cool. But don't worry, those will happen. Those will fucking happen. Until then, let's just keep fucking grinding, you know? And that's kind of the whole point, right? I mean, these videos aren't necessarily made specifically for entertainment. You know, I'm no Mr. Beast. I'm no Will Tennyson. I'm no Jesse James. You know, I'm not going to organize like 15 firefighters just to find out like, do firefighters have awesome workouts? Let's find out. Am I stronger than the world's strongest woman? Let's find out. not really the point, man. You know, I've got some muscle to build, and sometimes I think about it. I wonder if I say this a few times. I wonder if it makes me more or less motivated knowing that you guys are all watching. I think more, because I'm not gonna. It's like even if I do kind of subconsciously in my head want to slack off on a set, I'm like, all right, I know somebody's watching. Yeah, so I think it is a pretty wild fucking motivator. But don't forget, for as many lifts that I've done, which I've got to record and post and talk to everybody about, there were twice as many, or that wasn't even in my fucking, that wasn't even a thought in my fucking head. Honestly, I feel a little, not even a little, I feel pretty hypocritical now. I used to be a tripod hater when when I was lifting before posting everything. My mindset was like, look at these chump TikTok guys just working out on video. Why don't you lift hard? That was kind of my mindset about it. But regardless, just a little insight into the mind of this particular lifter. So, post workout meal, I got some Chipotle. Got some Chipotle. Three, actually no, fuck, I've got six tacos left. I got three. I got three soft tacos. I had three already, so now I have six more in the fridge. Go-to ingredients: steak, rice, queso, cheese on a soft flour tortilla. Those go down quick. Those go down quick. And I can't stress it enough. I mean, I was just saying this yesterday when I was talking about the like that steak and ramen meal. A lot of the food that I'm trying to eat, I want it to be very, well, not even just palatable, but easily consumable. If you've ever made a bunch of like just white rice and left it in the fridge for later and then tried to eat that, it's not that fun. You know, it's not particularly fun. It's kind of dry. It's like a little bit crunchy. So any little thing that could kind of irk you specifically, food wise, like if you I don't know how picky you are about food. I know some people probably aren't like a massive fan of well, I don't know. If you know there's food that you don't really love eating, maybe don't try to include that too much in your fucking diet if you're trying to put a lot of food down. Because as cool as it might sound, and just for me at least, as cool as it might sound to say like, even when you're not hungry, just fucking be a man and eat it. You know, toughen up. I eat for performance. I don't eat for taste. Like as cool as it might be to say that, and to an extent, I think that that mindset is not bad because, well, in moderation, of course. Some guys are going to take that a little bit too seriously. But, you know, being tough, being tough about it, being able to do something you're not really super like excited to do, that is going to be good for you because eating a lot of food is a challenge. So you kind of have to have a little bit of fucking willpower to sit there and eat when you're not like crazy hungry. But don't make things extra hard on yourself for no reason. You know, do it in a way which you can do easily. So what I mean by that is like if for you to do your 30 minutes of cardio, which I know you've been doing every day, right? Sick, man. Love it. But for you to do your 30 minutes of cardio, if you don't like walking on the treadmill, if you don't like doing the Stairmaster, but for you to sit on like the recumbent bike and just pedal for 30 minutes, if that's easy for you, then do that one. You know? For me to do and this isn't always the best approach, but like with some sets of leg extensions, like tomorrow, I'm going to start quads with alternating sets of leg extensions. 5 reps on the left side, 5 on the right, 5 in the left, 5 in the right. Because doing a set like that rather than just a straight set, at least for the first few sets of quads, that lets me take the set further and get more, you know, accrued fatigue rather than just trying to do a straight one. Now, that may just be an indicator that I need to man up and do the set that's harder for me, but that's kind of how I feel, right? If you don't want to wake up and work out at 5 in the morning, then don't. Do it when it's most convenient for you because you need to do a routine which you can actually stick to. If you I mean, everybody's, maybe not everybody, but this is definitely not an uncommon scenario. We're coming up on the end of the year. I'm saying this now, and you're like, Sam, what are you talking about? There's like 5 more months this year. Not exactly. And I think you mean 4 more months. And guess what? It's going to be gone like that. But, come New Year's, I couldn't tell you how many people, at least a few 100,000, are going to set some unrealistic expectations of themselves for the coming days, New Year's resolution style, and say, oh, all right, I'm locking in. 6 a.m. workouts. Just got my YMCA membership. I'm working out every day before work. Let's make this shit happen. Now, the motivation behind that is awesome, right? That is good. But what percentage of guys are actually going to stick to that? And I'm not trying to say don't have outlandish goals and don't try to give yourself like big expectations of what you can achieve, because if you actually stick to something, dude, the results will come. If for whatever reason I manage to say to myself, okay, Sam, you're going to buy a guitar and you're going to take lessons and you're going to practice for an hour every day, guess what? Come the end of the year, I could be fucking shredding, you know? But it took a fucking year of daily fucking effort. It's just not going to happen overnight. So that's where I think the beginner stage of anything, but I'm going to talk about working out. You need to have, you need to ease into it. Don't jump straight into a fucking 32-degree ice bath. Well, maybe that's not an awesome example, but what I'm saying is like, don't try to say, okay, I'm going to be the hardest motherfucker ever. I'm going to the gym 6 a.m. every day. I'm pushing it every fucking day. Come on. Like the hype is there, which is awesome, but ease into it in a sense. Because if you can't give yourself a routine that you can stick to, then you're not going to do it. And I've seen it, man. The only reason that I ever talk to guys and they tell me like, oh yeah, I've been taking a couple of weeks off. I just felt like I was getting burnt out. If you felt like you were getting burnt out, then at least as long as you're actually going hard, that's just probably means you're doing too much. If you're easing into it and going to the gym every fucking day, like on repeat, no rest days is too much, then don't fucking do that. Give yourself a 4 day a week split, do that on repeat. Because whatever you can do consistently will beat whatever you can do maximally for a short fucking period of time. Who's gonna run further? The guy who starts sprinting off the rip, or somebody who's got a pretty reasonable pace, you know? Now that's not to say you're not gonna work yourself up to a fucking, you know, 2 hour marathon, if you get what I'm saying. But don't it feels kind of weird for me to say. Usually I'm the one to kind of say like set high expectations of yourself. But I'm not joking, man. Don't burn yourself out. So, you know, don't you don't need to fucking you don't need to get to the moon overnight. Give yourself some time to ramp into it. Nobody's for as awesome as the jump is when Evil Knievel jumps his bike over fucking 10 buses, which everybody gets to see that part. You got to remember, there was a massive fucking runway that he used to speed up and speed up and speed up before he got to do kind of the end goal fucking performance, if you catch my drift. So I guess what I'm trying to consolidate in my mind to somebody who isn't seriously into the gym yet, but is curious. He's got that itch. He's got that itch. He's thinking, oh man, I just watched the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and when he woke up extra beef, I was like, man, that's fucking sick. I gotta do that. It's even just something as little as that, man. That could be it. That could be the start. I'm sure that was the start for a fucking, you know, bazillion numbers of lifters out there. But if that's you, stay curious, watch workout videos, talk to your guys, talk to your buddies who work out already, have them kind of or shadow them a little bit, have them take them under your wing, have them bring you to the gym, have them walk you through some workouts, and before you know it, you're gonna be fucking, you're gonna be like, damn, I only got 225 for 8. Oh, jeez, or whatever. So don't don't be afraid of the long haul. that's my end point right there. Speaking of the long haul, the payoff always comes. If you're a One Piece fan, oh my goodness, shit is going down this year. And I know there's a ton of you. There's a ton of you guys out there where you said, 1,000 episodes? No way. No freaking way. Fast forward to now, it's like, I think I'm going to start. Come on. Come on. But now I'm just fucking rambling. So, plan is to go home, get some grub in my system, hit the sack, wake up, cardio in the morning, 30 minutes, and then, oh, I might try to sleep in just a little bit too. Legs tomorrow, I want to be as well fucking rested as possible. So, I'll see you then.